Hello, everyone. Good morning, afternoon, or night. Whenever you are watching this video, my name is Joyce McTeer. I am the owner and operator of La Joyta Creations. I am coming to you, ladies and gentlemen, today to do a DIY on a pair of Afrocentric earrings, okay? Here are the items that you are going to need for this DIY. You're going to need some yarn. You're going to need a ruler. You're going to need some scissors. You're going to need some wire cutters, round nose pliers. Your choice of paint, I am using acrylic black paint and I'm using some metallic gold paint. You're going to need a piece of 20 gauge wire. I cut this wire 5 inches. You're going to need some wood beads. These wood beads are 8 millimeters. You're going to need a fish hook, a paintbrush, and your choice of bead. So this is the bead that I choose to use, and this bead has a nice hole in the center of it. Well, it's not in the center of it, but it has a nice hole in it. Okay, so you wanna make sure you have a wood bead that has a nice size hole in it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, y'all know I always forget something, right? Make sure you have your handy dandy glue gun because you are going to need this. Okay, so pretty much what I wound up doing already is I took my ruler and I measured out 8 inches of my yarn and I cut 6 pieces. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so the first thing I did was I cut out 6 pieces of my yarn. Okay, I have 6 pieces, and each one of these pieces are 8 inches long. I measured it 8 inches long. I also cut out I cut out 10 pieces. Okay, and we're going to have 2 pieces for the top, and we're going to use these 6 pieces for the bottom piece of the wood. Now you also want to cut out an extra piece of the yarn, and this piece doesn't have to be 8 inches, but you want to at least cut it out. You want to make it at least 5 inches long. Okay, so we have that piece right there. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our wood and we're going to start assembling our wood with the yarn. So we're going to take our handy dandy glue gun and we want to come up to the side of the wood and we're just going to put a little smidge of glue right there. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take these 2 pieces right here that I have, and we're going to place those 2 pieces right over top of the glue. Just like that. Okay, that's pretty much what you're going to have. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take these 2 pieces and we're going to start wrapping it just up at the top. So we're going to stick it through and we're just going to continue to wrap it from one side to the other side. Okay, pull it through and then we're going to wrap it. We're going to pull it through. And as we're wrapping it, you want to make sure that you're pulling it as tight as you can get it. Wait a minute. And pull it through. Okay. And we don't want to take it too far over, but far enough. And take it over. Whoops, sorry y'all. Slipped out my hand. And we want to take it over till about that far, okay? Now, the last piece we're not going to The last piece, we're not going to pull it tight. What we're going to do is we're just going to take our finger, put it right here, bring this piece over like this, stick this through, okay, pull it from the other side, and then we're going to take what we have left and stick it through here and then pull it. Now once you pull it, it's going to be tight and it's going to be secured, okay, and it's not going anywhere. And that is done. It's pulled, it's tight, it's secured. Now we're going to take our scissors and we're going to just snip off this excess yarn right there. And this is pretty much what you are going to have. This is what your bead should look like. Now we're going to take our 20 gauge wire and we're going to assemble that to the top. So we're going to make a loop, give it a little indentation, take our pliers and put it over top of the loop, push this piece up and wrap it around a couple of times. Okay, then we're going to cut off the excess here that is hanging on the end of that. We're going to snip this off just like that. We're going to go in and take our round nose pliers and just pinch that in so it won't be sticking. And then we're going to take and come up and flip this over, whether it be in front of you or behind you. But I'm going to put it in from the back side through this hole. And I am going to come and I'm going to pinch this piece up. Now, when you pinch it up, you want it to meet pretty much like right there, right over top, just a little bit. And we're going to pinch this piece up here. And then we're just going to wrap this around a couple of times, once, twice, how many times that you are comfortable with. Okay, we're going to do it one more time. And then I'm going to go in the back and I'm going to snip that off. Just like that, okay? And this is what you are going to have. Now the next thing that we are going to do is we're going to take the 6 pieces that I have right here and we're going to stick them through this hole. It doesn't really matter if you go on the front or the back, just push them through. And when you push them through, you're going to bring them down. And you want to try to make sure that they are like don't have any lumps or bumps or anything in it like that. You just want to make sure that it's straight, okay? And this is pretty much what you want it to look like, just like this. So we're going to take this piece right here and we're going to tie it. So make sure that you can pull this as tight as you can get it. You want it as tight as you can get it. And we're going to put a knot in it. Okay, so just make sure that it's as tight as you can get it, but make sure that it's also in the center of your bead, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to fold this around and give it one more, we're going to tighten it one more time, just like that, okay? And then we're going to just let that hang down. And this is pretty much what you are going to have. This is what your bead or your earring should start looking like. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start painting. So the first color we're going to use, it really doesn't matter what color. We're going to go with this gold. You want to shake it up real good. And we're going to take and just put a couple of streaks on it. So we're going to Just put a couple of streaks. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. However you want to do it. Flip it around. Do the other side. Just like that. Like I said, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. And then we're going to let that dry, and we're going to come back and we're going to do the black color. So once that piece gets dry, we want to go ahead and we want to add on our black. And we just want to, like I said, give it just a little dab, a little hint of the color. Okay. And this is like an Afrocentric piece, ladies and gentlemen. And this is thinking outside the box. I know I always tell y'all to think outside the box. Be creative when you're making something. You want it to be different. You want it to be something that no one has ever seen before. So the next thing we want to do, we want to let this dry. And this is pretty much how your piece is going to start looking. Okay. Now what we can do is we can go ahead and add on our fish hook. Wow, and let that dry. So I've already opened the fish hook, and we're just going to put it on and let it dry. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so as you can see, I've already started putting on my beads, and you can put on as many as you would like. It's really, really simple. It's not hard at all. And what you would do is you would just take your bead, and you might need something to push it through to really make it go through. So let me see. I had a piece of a little piece of wire I was using to push it through. And you can use, like I said, you can use as many of these as you would like. You can put them on all of them. You can actually, if you wanted to, you could use a lot of beads and put it completely on the whole, you know, the whole thing if you wanted to. But I just wanted to, I didn't want this video to be extra, extra, extra long. And then you just put it on. Once you put it on, then you would just come up to the top and you would just make a little knot so that it won't come off. It'll stay in place. And you have yourself a really, really cute pair of earrings. And like I said, you can put beads all over the whole thing and make it really, really chunky. You can put one or two beads. It really doesn't matter. It's completely up to you. It's completely up to the look that you want to achieve with this. But anyway, I want to thank you all for watching this Monday's DIY, and be on the lookout for tomorrow's Tuesday show and tell. And like I said, this is something totally different, something that you will not see in the store. It is different, and I like these. I think these are really, really, really cute. So I want to thank you all for watching. You all stay tuned for Tuesday show and tell, and please join me for this Friday's Jewelry Talk Live that airs every Friday, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I want to thank you all for joining me for today. Y'all have a wonderful and awesome Monday. Peace and blessings, everyone. See ya.